My name is Veiki Etzebeth, and I would say that I am a hybrid athlete. I love traditional forms of strength training. I do a lot of CrossFit, and I'm currently training for the Gold Coast Marathon. So I guess I embrace and like all areas of fitness. I like to be a generalist. I like to be pretty good at everything rather than really good at one thing, if that makes sense. Just want to be a well-rounded everyday athlete, if you can call me that. I studied a degree in sports and exercise science, and so I've always understood the benefit of ice baths. And I guess when you're in your 20s, you're kind of living in this reality that's, your body's very capable of doing things without much consequence. There's not a whole lot of limitations when it comes to recovery or performance. You can just go all day, go as hard as you want, and there's no real price to be paid for it. I turned 36 this year, and I guess recently I just realized that I have to work much harder for my health and my fitness, and especially my recovery. And so I started looking into the possibility of maybe having an ice bath here at home in the garage. Why do I love my Iceman? Well, there's a few different reasons. Firstly, I am a videographer and a photographer, and so I like things to present well. And the iCool ice baths just look the part. They look really nice. They present well in videos and photos. So that was just a little bonus reason for me to go with the iCool bath. But also, I'm on the Gold Coast and these guys are local, and I just love supporting local Australian companies, and these guys are top of the line. You know, I always want the best when it comes to fitness equipment. I'm a bit of a snob, and I always want the best quality stuff, and these guys are hands down the best in the business. Secondly, it is comfortable. It's deep. The bath is deep and comfortable. It's inflatable, which means if I wanted to, I could actually pack this up, put it in the bag, which is not very big, and take it with me to an event or on a trip. And I just love that idea that it's portable. And then lastly, it is just sturdy. It is super, super strong, even though it's an inflatable bath. I've had four big dudes all sit on the edge, and it just doesn't even give. It's just so strong and sturdy. So you can just tell that it's quality. I jump in the ice bath, I'd say 3 to 4 times a week, especially now that I've got the Iceman cooling device. I originally didn't have that, and I was just filling up the bath with ice. And I realized very quickly that that was not going to be sustainable for me, and that I wanted to invest in the actual cooling unit. So now that I've got the cooling unit, I'm in there 3 to 4 times a week, and I'm currently down to 6 degrees. I started at 12 degrees. I've just been working my way down, and I do 2 minutes in, 2 minutes out. And I normally do that 3 to 5 times, depending on how much time I have. The physiological benefits from having ice baths is well known, well studied. But more than that, for me, it's a mental thing. Like when I get into the ice bath, in my mind, I'm doing something that most people are not willing to do. And so I just love that mental training of embracing challenging things. It's never comfortable getting in there initially, but it's getting easier and easier. And I just love that I'm strengthening my mind more so than anything else. And so that's probably the thing I love most about the ice bath. Not to mention that it's kind of promoted a bit of community around the house, in that I've got lots of friends coming around now to use the ice bath, and then we train beforehand. So it's become a bit of a community hub, a neighborhood hub, my garage, which again is an added bonus. It kind of promotes relationship, and it's just a fun thing to do with other people. I would recommend the iCoolsport baths to anyone who's looking for a quality product, a product that's going to stand the test of time. This is not your everyday ice bath. This is the top of the range ice baths, and I couldn't recommend them anymore. In fact, anyone that's taking their health and fitness serious should really embrace this type of therapy and try and include this kind of training into their everyday program. Not to mention that it looks great in the garage. It's not overly big or cumbersome, so it's appropriate for a home gym and a commercial gym. So anyone really, I would recommend the iCoolsport ice bath to.